Hello everybody, welcome back to Sunday Berries. Today we are going to be swatching Sennelier watercolors and an extra tube that I got because I'm very curious about this color. Sennelier is a company that was founded in 1887 in France, founded by Gustave Sennelier, who was a chemist, and artists like Cézanne and Gauguin would go there looking for particular pigments or a particular color, and Gustave would go out and find those pigments to please his customers. They still to this day continue to be making their formulations very traditionally, but taking advantage of modern chemistry. So this is very exciting to me because of the history that Sennelier has. Also because it's such a wide brand. They cover oil colors, oil pastels, watercolors, wash, acrylic, India ink, tempera, and many mediums as well. But they also carry the pigments for these colors. They have like over 80 pigments, dry pigments, that people who is interested to create their own colors can purchase through them, and then they can create their own colors. And as a matter of fact, in their website you can look at the process and they basically teach you how to do it. The formulation is honey based and gum Arabic. It's quite interesting, the history behind this particular brand and the quality they have sustained throughout the years is impressive. And today we're going to be taking a look at those colors, and for me that's quite exciting. This is a travel kit that I purchased around maybe February or March, and this was the second brand I was looking into right after Quar. And the reason why I wanted to get this watercolors was because I have used their oil pastels before and they are absolutely amazing. So I know the quality that this brand has. And of course, if I am going into watercolors and I see that this brand carries watercolors, I wanted to experience them for myself. I got the travel kit. It's quite beautiful. When it opens the little palette that you have. It has some sort of mechanism that when you close the tray area, it will close with it. And when you open it, it opens up. The other color that we're going to be looking at is Caput Mortuum. And I'm very, very curious about this color, so I can't wait. And that's why I got it in addition to this. If you want to know more about Sennelier's history, including the fact that they are steps away from, I think it's, let me see if I can pronounce this, L'École de Beaux-Arts, and also right across the Louvre. So even the location exudes art and fine arts. And also his son Henry Sennelier in 1949 created the first professional quality oil pastels, and that was for Pablo Picasso. So the history is so rich when we're talking about these big names of artists and they were using Senneliers. You need to understand that these colors are probably absolutely outstanding, and perhaps they will not be for everyone, but we have to say that yes, these colors were chosen by the masters and we have to try them. I can tell you the oil pastels are extremely amazing, and I want to know if this is carried on to the watercolors. So I'm going to unwrap this and we're going to start swatching. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. I have unwrapped everything. Some of them have a little bit of the wrapping got stuck to it, and I'm thinking that has to do with the honey, but nothing major. Everything looks perfect, and we are going to start swatching, and I cannot wait. So, are we ready? And finally, I am here again to start the swatching. Unfortunately, I have a little bit of bad news. I had done my last page on a block of paper the last time I swatched, and I had opened a new Sennelier paper block or pad. And when I started swatching the colors, it was a struggle. The paper did not feel the same as usual. It felt more like hot press than cold press. And so I decided to start checking if the pads were correct, and they were, but I started feeling the paper and they were not the same. The usual paper that I use and that I am used to using is more rougher, more similar to arches, and that's why I loved it so much. However, what I was using was not. It was like possibly a cold, what is known as a cold press knot, because it did have texture, but felt as if I was working with hot press, and I'm not used to hot press, so the swatches were coming out horrible. I cannot recover my first impressions of the Sennelier brand because I've already done them. I cannot act, and I certainly will not lie to you. So this is going to be a swatch that unfortunately I have done, and unfortunately everything went wrong. So this time around we are going to be using arches, and this is cold press. It is also 9 by 12. It is 100% cotton, and this is possibly one of the best watercolor papers out there. This is something that I would reserve for special projects, and I guess I will start using it now for everything. So I know the quality of this paper. I am very familiar with this paper. I was using Sennelier because it was a less expensive paper, not by much, but less expensive than Arches, and it had the same quality. I have written them, and I am waiting for the response to see what would happen. What I am thinking is that probably, or more than likely, the original batch of paper pads and blocks were mislabeled, and they might have been rough rather than cold press, but I have to go with what the label says. If the label says it is cold press, and I have been using cold press all along, and then suddenly I have something different, something is going wrong. So I want to know what happened, because I love Sennelier. I do. I just didn't love this other texture that I was suddenly having, and I checked another block, a larger one that I have, and it's still softer than what I was using. And by touch alone, you can tell what kind of paper you're having or you're using. If you touch a hot press paper, it's very smooth, there's no texture, and then if you touch a cold press, it has texture. So unfortunately, you're going to get my second try at swatching Sennelier, and hopefully it will go smoothly this time around. But you're not gonna get that same feeling and that reaction that I have when I see something beautiful happening in front of my eyes. Sennelier is absolutely delicious as well. So we're going to go with the swatch so you can see what I saw when I first swatched them. One thing that I can tell you right now is that they re-wet like a dream. So we're going to go to Lemon Yellow. PY83 is the pigment, and we're going to start with the mastone. It goes very smoothly. It has a lot of luminosity and it feels really great on the brush. And our diluted version. Let me do this a little bit larger to see if I can get it. But look at this. It is very intense in a very delicate way, and also very delicate as a diluted version. One thing I can tell you about this lemon yellow is that to me it feels a little bit warmer than the previous ones I have tested, but I wouldn't know until I compare them together and see. But it does feel warmer. The next one up is Sennelier Orange, and the pigment is P073. I'm going to try to do them a little bit larger than the lemon yellow, because the lemon yellow, I don't know, it ended up being quite small. All right, so look at this color. It's completely amazing. It's beautiful, it's brilliant, it's luminous. Diluted version. It is beautiful. And as a matter of fact, actually, I'm reliving this right now because this paper is just amazing. Unlike the other one that there must have been some sort of mistake with the papers I got, and I'm hoping that's the case. But this feels very much like what I've been doing. It's exciting just to feel that the swatch it's working out as I usually expect a swatch to come out. I think that once you get to know your paper, you tend to expect or know what to expect of it. And when it suddenly doesn't do that, it's a throw off. And right now, being able to rely on arches this way to know that their quality is always there, it's a really big plus for me, and it shows on the paper, and I am enjoying this swatch so much more than the other one. And now we're moving on to French Vermilion, and the pigment is PR242. Here we go with our mastone. Look. Okay. Maybe you're going to get a real reaction because I did not feel this way when I saw them on the other paper. This goes to show how important paper really is. And I'm not saying that hot press paper is any less than cold press paper. What I am saying is that the paper I enjoy the most and I know how to handle is cold press. And this is exactly what I am expecting to feel and see, not what I was seeing on the other one. The colors are coming through in a very different way, and I am so pleased. Diluted version. Oh my God. The texture coming through from the paper is just amazing. Now I'm talking about papers, but look at this beautiful cherry red and look at how beautiful it has laid down. Not to mention the mass stone. It's just beautiful. And we're moving on to alizarin crimson, and this is a 3-pigment color. The pigments are PR209, PY83, and PR179. Mass stone. Oh my god. This is really interesting, this particular color. When I saw it the first time, I was very impressed by it, but it didn't feel like an alizarin crimson to me. But right now, it still doesn't feel like an alizarin crimson for some reason, but it does feel like it. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but yes, it's gorgeous. I feel it has a lot more intensity than the ones I've seen. We'll see with the diluted version. And here is our diluted version. And it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And it feels so much like a red. So the next one up is Carmine, and this is PV19. Here's our mass stone. And as you can see, it is beautiful. It is a very intense pink, and I can see how these 3 colors can come so handy, particularly for mixing. Diluted version. And now we're moving on to Queen Red, and the pigment is PR209. Mass stone. Beautiful. It's just completely different from all the previous reds that we've been looking at. Diluted version. Oh, it's just beautiful. Okay. The next one up is dioxazine purple, and the pigment is PV23. Our mass stone. Take a look at how rich and beautiful this color is, how dark and pigmented, and it reminds me a lot of Quar because of that intensity in the pigment. And diluted version. Just like a grape. It's that. It feels so natural. They all feel very natural. They don't feel artificial whatsoever. It's just beautiful. A gorgeous dioxazine purple. And now we're going to move on to Ultramarine Deep, and this is PB15:3, and this is our mass stone. Oh my god, gorgeous. And our wash. It's a gorgeous blue, Gorgeous blue. Before we go any further, let me explain something. I made a big boo-boo right here because as I was transferring everything, the names, I skipped Phthalocyanine blue, which was supposed to be here, and forest green, which was supposed to be here. So I am so sorry about that. But unfortunately, this is Arches. I can't afford to lose this paper. So here we go with forest green. This is also a 3-pigment color, and the pigments are PBK7, PG7, and PY42. And here is our mass stone. Super rich, super intense and beautiful. This is a beautiful, gorgeous color. It is absolutely amazing, breathtaking. And here we go with our wash. Oh, yes, this color is a dream for mixes, for different types of landscapes and greenery, but particularly for mixes. Oh my God. And we're moving on to Phthalocyanine blue, which is PB15:3, and here is our mass stone. Oh my God. When I saw this color the first time, I was blown away, because if you think this is beautiful, and I'm sure you do, but I prefer this one over the other one any day. I don't know what the tone, or this color in particular, just makes me smile. It's so beautiful. And here is our diluted version. This is so gorgeous. I'm sorry. I can't help but feel excited about this one all over again because it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And now we're moving on to Phthalo Green Light, and this is a 2-pigment color, PG7 and PY153, and here is our mass stone. And I do have the same feeling that I did when I first swatched this one. I feel this is, to me, even though I can see people who works with botanicals loving this color, it's just that I would go first to a color that like this one over this one. Here is our diluted version. And this diluted version, and it's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's delicate. Look at this too. Beautiful. They are beautiful. The fact that I'm not too attracted to this color, it's something that is a matter of taste, but it is just gorgeous. All of them are. And now we're moving to Burnt Sienna, and this is PBR7. Mass stone. I am not going to go over it, but I do know that this could go even darker. But what a beautiful burnt sienna this is. This is a really wonderful color, but it's unlike other burnt siennas that I have used. It's different, period. But it's gorgeous, and I love that about this brand. The colors are unlike many of the ones I've already seen. And our wash. It is gorgeous. And now we're going to move to Payne's Gray, and this is a 3 pigment color, PV19, PB15 colon 1, and PBK7. Here's our mass stone. Oh, this one is coming beautiful. Different from the first swatch. Payne's Gray is such a versatile color that it's just incredible, particularly for mixing. This is grayer than others that I have seen, but I still love it. It's beautiful. Let's take a look at that diluted version. Oh, wow, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I do love this color. I find it, yes, a lot less blue than what I am used to, but this is a beautiful gray, beautiful gray. And we're moving on to warm sepia or warm sepia. The pigments are PBR7 and PBK7. And you all know by now that I do love sepia, so we are going to see this mass stone. And let me just say, I have not seen this one. I did not get this far. So this one I am really excited about. Oh, oh, oh. It's gorgeous. I don't think I have a mass stone there. But how beautiful is that? Okay, so again, this is the first time I'm seeing this one because I just quit when I got here. And I haven't seen Caput Mortuum either. So, wow. I'm really excited to see this. I am really excited to lay down this diluted version. Okay, I'm super smiling just doing this one. Oh. Oh, it's so beautiful and delicate. Love it. I love browns in a way that, don't ask me why. I have no idea why I love browns, but I do. And this brown is really, really delicious. I have compared Van Dyke brown to chocolate, so so yeah, this is another delicious one. This one seems like a chocolate marshmallow. I don't know. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen a chocolate marshmallow, by the way. I'm just saying that it's like a creamy brown. Yes, it's beautiful. Beautiful. It's as surprising as this one was for me. That has completely a different tone. This one, although it seems familiar, it's unlike the other sepias that I have used, and it's gorgeous. It's very, very dead. If I can say something about Sennelier, is that the colors are very luminous and very brilliant and intense, but as they do also have a tone to them that is unlike others that I have experienced. And of course, I have many brands to go and see before I can make a true statement about this one, because I would like to compare brands eventually, but right now the feeling that Sennelier is giving me is quite profound. They live up to the reputation of Sennelier. They do. They do. in my personal opinion, of course. So I am really excited. I like the fact that they are different than other brands in certain colors. But as far as I can tell you, yes, these are really, really good colors. This is a great palette to have and own. So this is what the palette comes with, but I am going to add the Caput Mortuum, which is something that this is a color that I have been interested in for a while, and I would like to try and see. Here is our mass stone. Whoa. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting this color at all. It feels like a red brown, or more like a brown red. And it is PR 101, and it doesn't feel like Venetian red or any other. It's very different. Let's take a look at the wash. Oh, okay, I see it. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh my god. Okay, so this is more like a red turning to a... It has like a purple undertone. It's like a maroon, almost violet. Well, at least that's what it looks like to me. And we're back, and I will be very brief this time around. But the first thing I want to point out is what a joy to be painting in good quality paper. There's nothing like it. The difference is from here to here. And I am not saying Sennelier paper is not good, because it's very similar to this one, to Arches. But with the experience that I had with Arches, they have never wavered in their quality and the type of paper that they produce. I don't know what could have happened with Sennelier, but it happened, and here we are. I know this is a little bit pricier, but between this pad and the Sennelier pad, it's about $3 difference, so it's not that big of a jump. So I am seriously considering sticking to Arches from now on, and it shows. I have enjoyed this swatch thoroughly in comparison to the first one. And with that said, we are going to review the colors. The colors are true to the name of Sennelier. They are magnificent. They are really a joy to actually use and lay down. They feel very smooth, and the colors are very intense, brilliant, and luminous. And that's exactly what I was expecting from this brand. I have used their oil pastels, and the quality is incredible. I wouldn't even dream to change my oil pastels to any other brand. And I have used other brands, but no. And all I can tell you is that if you use these colors and you work with them, you will get outstanding results. I have compared some of these colors to the other brands that I have used before, and while they have some similarities, they feel different the moment you start re-wetting the pan and laying down the color. It's really delicious and it feels really good. I find that even though it is very smooth, they also have some sort of body to it. And I'm wondering if it has to do with the composition with the gum arabic and the honey that they use. But yes, I have seen differences in some of the tones that they have for certain colors, and I am completely blown away with Caput Mortuum. This color is absolutely incredible because it can serve you as a brown, as it can serve you as a mixing agent for a different type of violet or a toned down violet. It's really beautiful, very toasty, very, it's really nice, really nice. And the warm sepia, it's almost perfect to what I think about when I think of sepia. I think the sepia that I think about is a little bit warmer than this one. Nonetheless, this is a very delicious color, as I was saying before. The Payne's Gray, now I see it a little bit more bluer than I saw it when it was wet, and it's still very beautiful, but it is less blue than what I'm used to, but it's still absolutely amazing. And the power of this color for mixing with others is just immeasurable. The dioxazine purple, very much like the core one, very intense, very deep, and very clean. These colors are very clean, they're clear. This is a palette that I would love to mix with, and I am very thrilled about them. Sennelier did not disappoint at all. This alizarin crimson, now it resembles a lot more to alizarin crimson than I originally perceived. I don't think I have ever used a quinacridone red, or if I have, it's not similar to this one, but I don't think so. And carmine is a new one for me. But French vermilion and Sennelier orange, they resemble a lot to the pyro red and pyro orange that I have seen. Lemon yellow is very similar to others, but I find it a little bit warmer rather than cooler. Beautiful colors, very vivid, very incredible. And the other thing that I wanted to say about Sennelier is also the guarantee of the quality of these colors. I mean, this is a company that is over 100 years old and has provided colors since the 1880s to the old masters. The history behind it, it's still here and you can see it. And that to me is very amazing in itself. The roots behind these colors makes you feel like you're working with history. And I know this is a really romanticized opinion, but truly it is. Just to think that Paul Cézanne, Gauguin, Van Gogh, Picasso chose colors from this brand says a lot. And something that I read about this brand on their website, and a statement they did, was very, very shocking to me and very profound. And it's probably the simplest thing to say, but the impact that it gives you, because we are artists. They said most of our paints are hanging on the greatest museums around the world. And I am not quoting because I know this is a paraphrase thing. It's how I understand it. And if you think about it, yes, of course, these old masters were using their colors and they are sitting in a museum. This is like the biggest achievement of any paint brand, to know that you are part of that history. I'm really interested now in finding out what kind of paints everybody were using, all the old masters, I mean, because they even spoke about Turner. William Turner was a great watercolorist as well. I mean, he took watercolor to a different level. So, yeah, this is very interesting. I'm really honored to have been able to acquire one of the Sennelier's watercolor sets. And if you are so inclined, I will leave a link below. It is an affiliate link to the Amazon affiliate program. Remember, you will pay exactly the same as if you weren't using it. But it does give me a little bit of a commission to help continue buying new paper and buying new colors to show you. So if you are so inclined, use the link below to get this set. If you don't have it and you feel like you want it, I will encourage you to use that link. And without much further ado, I will say thank you for watching the video. Thank you to all the subscribers that I have. If you are a first-time viewer and you are so inclined to subscribe, please do so. If you have been returning to watch my videos and haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And I will not bother you with that anymore, but I just wanted to say thank you. I will be finishing the video right now, so please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.